Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Parker Johnson. Thank you for watching this week's Tip Tuesday, and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about this error message here, and this is in regards to TechSync. This is after an unsuccessful TechSync starter DB creation. What gives this error message away? If users start having issues syncing a new company, for instance, from a workstation, they may be met with could not download starter database. They may be met with could not find starter database creation. Nonetheless, users will know on the other end when they are syncing a new company. And this is from Mondays following the Sunday starter DB creation. So what an administrator would do if they have access to the TechSync server on their on-prem environment, they will be met with error connecting to database upon logging into that TechSync server. This message is stating there was an error connecting to the database. They could not connect to the specific file for C in the C drive users. The user logged in at that time that was set up to run the starter DB creation. It'll be in the APPDATA roaming folder. The roaming folder is our temporary location, and it will say that there is a temporary folder for INDYSOFT, where that location was, and then what it was doing. It was generating the starter database. This is because upon starter DB creation, TechSync will throw the files into a temporary folder in the system to generate that new starter database. Once done, it'll return those files back to where they need to be. So how do we fix this? How do we make sure that we can create a new starter database after it has given us this error message? Well, I'll show you here. Give me one brief second. So here I have our TechSync server here. What I want to do is I want to go to our program file folder, and this is the server that we got this error message on. We're going to go into our IndySoft single user folder. If you guys are using FieldService, it'll be your FieldService folder, or it'll be calibrations.com.fs or commerciallab.com.fs. Nonetheless, we need to look for our single user folder. And we want to go to our database settings. When we open this database settings, we'll find our culprit here. This location, if you guys got this error message here, this location that I just highlighted will show here. What we want to do is make sure that our location looks like this. We want to go to the C drive, program data, IndySoft-single user, data, and then INDYSOFT-FDB. We want to make sure we can test our connection, and if we get a successful connection, we've fixed this issue halfway so far. We'll hit OK. The next place I want to go is not in the single user folder anymore. I want to go to the IndySoft folder. Or if you guys are doing calibration.com and you're on 13.1, we'll be using our calibrations.com program file folder or commerciallab.com program file folder. And then what we'll do is we'll find Indy Secure Server. What I want to do is show you guys also something that'll help immensely is clicking on the header at the top right and organizing it by file type. Thus, it'll put your folders at the top and your applications at the below it. So now I'm going to type in Indy Secure, and this will navigate me directly down to Indy Secure Server. We're going to open that up and we're going to log in. So we're already logged in, and now I want to click on Starter DB Setup. It'll ask you for your multi-user database settings to be confirmed. Thus, I have done so. This wants to make sure we can connect to your central database. Upon pulling those configuration items and all of those other important items for the starter DB, what it needs. Here, we'll be able to also confirm that that starter database could not properly generate. The DB last modified date will be blank. This is no longer blank because I fixed this issue already. Nonetheless, this will be blank or it will not have a date at all. It may show none or something similar. This may appear blank here. This is just because I cleared the value before this opened up, But nonetheless, these values should stay the same if they were working prior. It's just that there was something that stopped the service upon a starter database creation. We want to manually restart it. So imagine there's another, the username here that is responsible for adding the task in task scheduler. You can, if you want, go ahead and test this out by clicking on add task. If there's no error messages that pop up, it should be fine. So afterwards, what we'll do upon confirming that there's no date here and also that all of your information is valid here, and after adding that task again, hit this blue play button. This should start generating and creating your new starter database. And after it's finished, users that are on the workstations using TechSync should get that new starter base downloaded. That should be how you handle that error message. If you do get this error message on a workstation, you can go to your single user client on your workstation itself and go to database settings there. Verify it has that roaming location in the address for the location for the Firebird database location. And then what you'll do there is just change it to the exact same location, which will be in your IndyData. I'll go back to it for you real quick. So imagine we're on the workstation now. If the workstation had an unsuccessful sync, you also want to go back and change your workstation that has TechSync on it. The single user database settings need to show this as well. Let me know if this helps and if you have any questions. The starter database should automatically start running. The download to the starter database should automatically start downloading upon successful creation when this is all done on the TechSync server. I hope this helps. Please reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns, and wish you a wonderful rest of your day.